In this federal election, there is only one seat clearly in play in South Australia, and that's the Labor-held seat of Boothby, traditionally a Liberal seat, but held by Labor's Louise Miller-Frost by just over 3% and targeted strongly by the coalition in this campaign. The Liberal candidate is the former Liberal member for Boothby, Nicolle Flint, who won the seat in 2016 and 2019 before retiring from politics. I caught up with her today in the electorate.
Power price is more than your actual rent that you're paying your landlord. That's just next level.
It's scary.
Spread the word. We've got to rescue the country from Mr Albanese and get our economy back on track.
Agreed.
Oh, we've got to get this beautiful country back on track, first of all. Save you from Mr Albanese.
Yeah, Mr Lies. Yeah, Mr Lies.
Well, Nicolle, you had 2 terms in federal parliament and you left. You'd had enough of it. Why go back?
Because about just over 12 months ago, I had a miracle health breakthrough. Chris, I never would have retired if I was as fit and healthy as I am now. I finally found medication that is completely managing my endometriosis. And honestly, I just didn't realise how sick I was. And that is the reason that I retired, apart from all the rubbish that went on. But I could have, and I did withstand it. It's just that I never would have retired if I had the health that I do now.
And that's an issue. Endometriosis is an issue you highlighted in politics and is now getting a lot of attention from politicians and some, therefore, funding and health services.
Yeah, as it should. So, and I've got a lot of unfinished business when it comes to women's health, but also women's safety online and in the public sphere, because we're still seeing too many women taking themselves off social media and things because of the horrific abuse that they attract.
And what about the pressure of having to win a marginal seat back? Of course, you've held it before, but Labor won it in 2022. Do you feel that weight of expectation that you have to win it back? I mean, if the coalition's going to form government, you have to win.
Yes, but Chris, the only reason I'm here is to look after my wonderful local community and look after the residents of Boothby and amazing small businesses. We've just met Tony at Chibo this morning. You know, they've never done it tougher. And it's just heartbreaking to see business closures. We know nationally there's been 29,000 businesses that have shut during the Albanese government, like in 3 years. That's unacceptable. And that's what gets me out of bed every morning, is to get people's cost of living under control, to get business costs under control, so that Australia can thrive again and my community can thrive. Because I've never seen people in so much financial distress, and it's heartbreaking.
Is that what they're talking about? Is that the number one issue people are talking about? And is electricity a big part of that?
Absolutely. So here in South Australia, we've got the highest power prices in the nation, and the power prices are leading to record high grocery prices. We've got a housing crisis that has escalated during the Albanese Labor government's term because they've let too many people in. We are such a proud migrant nation, but we have to have somewhere for people to live. So, that's one of our key platforms, is fixing the housing crisis and reducing migration until we do have the housing crisis under control.
Do you think you'll win?
That is a matter for the people of Boothby. I've worked incredibly hard, and as I said, I've worked incredibly hard every single day and dragged myself out of bed, 5 a.m. to be at the train stops at 7 a.m. and the tram stops to rescue our local community and the nation from the economic mess that the Albanese Labor government have made. So whether I win or not is up to my voters.
During her 2 terms in federal parliament, Nicolle Flint suffered extensive sexist abuse online, in the media and in the flesh. Police even took action against stalkers and harassers. And on her way out, she wanted the whole world to know about it.
Men on the left, some of whom are public figures of influence, have done the following. They've stalked me, suggested I should be strangled, criticised the clothes I wear and the way I look, called me a whiny little repeatedly called me weak, and apologised for the language, and much, much worse over email, online, on YouTube, on Facebook and on Twitter. They've commented that I should be raped, grudge that I am doing sexual favours for all my male colleagues, that I should be killed, that I should kill myself, and many, many more things that I will not repeat.
After all that, it's amazing that Nicolle Flint wants back into politics. But apart from her health improving, she says she's got unfinished business and that the political environment has changed for the better.
This election, 2025, feels very much like 2016. So this has been a very normal election for me so far. And this is the way it should be. We're broadly fighting it out on the policies. Labor have launched some personal attacks on me, but nothing like we saw in 2019. I really hold Get Up, Labor, the unions responsible for what happened to me, and then for what it encouraged people to do, because it didn't stop at the 2019 election. It kept going with a range of, as we know, disgraceful sexist and misogynistic attacks, and a lot online. So I haven't seen that online stuff yet either. However, one of my motivations in coming back is unfinished business for women's safety, particularly in the online space. There are some pretty simple things that we can do, and I will be leading the charge to do it.
Well, it's good to hear that campaigning practices have improved, and good luck on the trail.
Thank you.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. Nicolle Flint says that because Get Up seems to have disappeared, then politics has become a little bit more civilised. Get Up seemed to have been the problem, especially the way they worked with the unions and Labor and the Greens. So a good riddance to Get Up, hey?